Anything that is living has a soul. Anything that has growth, anything that has a metabolic function has a soul. And therefore, you see the metabolism is coming even in the very smallest beings, smallest organisms, single-celled organisms also have that living form. Therefore, there's a soul in that. The same soul. The soul is never different. It's the same soul in the smallest particle, the same soul in the largest of beings, even totality. And even when you have an experience, like somebody had an experience the other day, we were having a meditation session, and the experience in meditation that person was having was that he became bigger and bigger, and he found that what he thought was outside became inside, and he became still bigger and bigger, and ultimately he became so big that the whole universe was part of him. And he had that experience in a short session of meditation. And then I normally, after a meditation session, count 5 for them to open the eyes. So when I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at every count, he became smaller and smaller. At 5, he was his old self again and opened his eyes. So you are able to discover that your form can take any shape, any size. It doesn't matter. Consciousness exists in every particle. Now, there are some particles which are non-living. They also have a consciousness, though not a soul. Now, where the distinction between consciousness and not a soul is that they are depending upon passive consciousness. There is 2 types of consciousness. Active consciousness, which depends on your having a soul, which means you have a feeling you are a being, and you operate from there. You have an experience of a being. And the passive consciousness is where, like this table has no soul, but if I don't see it with my own consciousness, it does not become available as a table. So my consciousness creates the table, your consciousness creates what you see, and therefore that thing also participates in consciousness, but passively and not actively. Therefore, everything has consciousness, but the soul is where you feel the self exists.